Hi everyone! So I thought I would do something a little bit differently with this video. I participated in Booktube VEDA this year, which was an experience. That sounds negative. It was actually a really positive experience for me. And there were two main sort of goals I had in mind when I decided to do Booktube VEDA. The first was to clear out my archive, which it was incredibly full. If you know, I stopped publishing videos for like 6 months at the end of last year, and I had a lot of stuff already filmed. I had some vlogs filmed, I had some book reviews filmed, I had a bunch of stuff for 2021 filmed that I tried to repurpose as best I could to publish, you know, in April of 2021. And I wanted to really kind of clear those out and really give myself the freedom to publish those and like kind of start over in a sense, or really figure out what I want to do, which was my second goal. I really was struggling at the end of last year to figure out like what I wanted to do versus what I felt I had to do. You know, I was incredibly busy at work and I really didn't have the energy or the mental energy even to really put a lot of effort into Booktube. It takes me a long time to edit videos. I'm not very fast at it, and that's fine. But when I was putting the pressure on myself to do 3 videos a week, I was losing steam and I was losing enjoyment as well. On top of that, I was planning a lot of videos on topics and things that I really wasn't interested in, and I got bored, to be quite honest with you. And so doing Booktube VEDA, I really wanted to take it as an experiment to really see what is the type of content that I actually like producing. What are the things that I most enjoy filming? And that was something that was really important to me to figure out. Throughout the last couple of weeks or so, I really discovered that I don't love doing TBR videos, but I do like doing my tarot TBR video because it's a lot, the stakes are lower, it's fewer books, it still allows me the opportunity to mood read if I want to. That was fun, and that was kind of different, and that was something that was fun for me as someone who has a lot of tarot cards and does all that sort of stuff. I also discovered doing Booktube VEDA, I absolutely hate doing wrap-ups. I really do. I don't find them fun. I find them annoying. I feel like they take so long for me to film and so long for me to edit, and I end up hating the books that I'm talking about by the end of it. And so what I'm deciding to implement instead is doing like recent reads every so often, and I want to do them by genre. So, because I can show you. I mean, I use Goodreads, which y'all can add me on there if you want, but I also have this journal that I've used for years to just like list out the books I've read before I like fully transitioned to Goodreads, which is a lot easier. I've got all the tags and stuff on there that I'm in the process of updating and figuring out my tag system, but that's fine. But my plan is to take some notes in here on each of the books, and then after I get 4 or 6 books in a certain genre, to do a recent reads and kind of wrap up the books in that particular genre. I feel like that will be a lot easier for me as a creator to keep things sort of in the same vein and be able to really explore like what I liked about these books, what I didn't like about these books. And it could also really help people, if you are interested in watching wrap-ups, to be able to kind of pick the genres you're interested in. I read a lot of historical romance. I've also been reading a lot of thrillers lately, and some people maybe only care about sci-fi, you know? And so I feel like this will be the best of both worlds for everyone, and I really am excited about this potential idea instead of a monthly wrap-up. It also allows for me the opportunity that if I just don't read a lot that month, it's fine. You know, no one's really going to be upset that I didn't read, you know, 7 books or whatever. I can kind of pick and choose what I want to read and pick and choose when I have the time to do a recent reads. And I think that's going to help keep things a little bit less stressful for me as well going forward. So while I did enjoy being able to put out and produce a lot of content, I liked being able to experiment with the type of content that I did. I don't particularly like feeling tied down to a specific amount of videos a week. I think that starts to stress me out because some months I just don't have the creative energy. Some months I don't have the time to do all of these. Like coming up, I'm going to be traveling for work for the entire month of June, so I'm gonna have to pre-plan as many videos as I can, which means I'll likely have less videos overall because I won't have access to any editing software or anything. So that's gonna have to just kind of be how that goes. But I think being able to kind of allow myself the opportunity to just put out what I want to put out kind of when I want to put it out, I think is going to really help me be able to maintain my creativity and really be able to focus on the types of video that I am really excited about. I've already mentioned my recent reads as a wrap-up kind of replacement or substitute. I also really love doing book diaries. I love reading one specific book and like vlogging my journey and my thoughts through it. I really find those fun. I find them enjoyable. I know that they're a lot of work to edit and I know that they're rather long, but I find those really fun to film. I like kind of having someone, even though it is just my camera, there to really allow me the chance to really like share my thoughts and really kind of delve into it. I don't feel like my life is interesting enough to vlog, and to be honest, I don't really want to vlog every day. I don't want to vlog every week. That's why I like having the themed reading vlogs where I did Shardathon, and I really liked having the Team Viviana and the Team Vasher vlog where it was like, this is a very specific vlog, here are the prompts I'm going to complete. Or my Buzzwordathon vlogs. I find those really fun. If it's for a specific readathon or if it's for a specific book, that's where I find more enjoyment. Speaking of that, I want to do more themed, secret, quote-unquote TBRs. Books and Lala is one of the booktubers that I really, really admire. I think she's super fun and she has so many great ideas. And one of her video series that I've always loved is her secret TBRs. And that's something I would love to implement like as I go on as a booktuber, is to figure out different ways to do a secret TBR and kind of find fun things to do and experiment with and try. And I have so many ideas for those vlogs. And yeah, some of them are not as secretive as hers are, or they're going to be slightly obvious after you get 2 or 3 books on, on my Instagram, but I still find the idea of doing a themed vlog of some sort is so entertaining for me, is so enjoyable. I also want to keep more of a sort of bookkeeping, if you will, record. It's why I created a playlist for it this month. Those are like my 2021 channel goals and reading goals. I have like series trackers or check-ins. I've got my anticipated releases per quarter and my 5-star predictions. I really enjoy making those types of videos. I find those incredibly helpful to go back to and be able to figure out what books did I actually read? What books did I like? Can I figure out as I continue on what books I'm going to enjoy and for what reasons? And so I want to be able to continue producing those types of videos. So I'm also going to kind of implement a quarterly stats and like top 5 favorite books read. A lot of other booktubers do that, and I just feel like that will be incredibly helpful, especially since I'm kind of getting rid of monthly wrap-ups as well. I think this is another tool that will help me remember when I read what. So kind of going forward, what is the type of content you can expect from me? Obviously every month you will have my tarot picks, my TBR, because that is something that I've been implementing this year. It has been incredibly fun for me to film. It has been fun for me to figure out what the tarot cards are going to represent. And it's also like kind of lower stakes for me, where even if I pick out 4 books for the month, if halfway through I decide a different book is going to fit this prompt better, I can swap it out and it's totally fine, no penalties. I am, however, going to start implementing some sort of penalty in the future, just for the simple fact of having some sort of stakes to it. Although, to be honest, I'm the only one that's going to hold me accountable, and if I decide I don't want to, I just won't. That's just the way that it's going. You will also have more book diaries, which are kind of vlogs specific to one specific book. There are quite a few of the booktube darling genre, if you will. Books that I have not read yet that I would actually like to read or am curious enough about to try. I also want to do more book diaries as I journey through specific series. Like I'm currently reading the Cosmere, which I would like to document my journey through the Cosmere, because this will be the third time that I'm officially trying to read the Cosmere, along with book diaries for specific books or specific series. I also really enjoy filming different themed reading vlogs, whether that's, you know, like the Buzzword-a-thon, where it's a very specific prompt that I'm trying to fill in that week, or like Shard-a-thon, where they had the different teams, so I picked 2 teams that had prompts that I could easily fill with books already on my list. And obviously trying to implement some of those secret TBR projects that I've always wanted to do but have been a little bit intimidated by, and I would like to implement those a little bit more. And while there's not necessarily going to be a monthly wrap-up, I will be doing recent reads as a wrap-up, and I also will continue to implement more of the like bookkeeping videos where I kind of keep track of my anticipated releases, 5-star predictions, quarterly favorites and stats, and like reading goals for the years, and kind of wrap up, series check-ins, all sorts of things like that. So ultimately, too long don't watch, if you will. I really learned a lot this month. I really kind of feel like I've discovered what kind of content I want to produce, what kind of content I want to make, and what stuff excites me about making booktube content. I also feel like I have a pretty decent idea going forward that I'm aiming for 6 to 8 videos a month on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I think having a slightly more flexible schedule will really help me as I'm figuring out more of this balance. And I think I really discovered kind of my own voice and where I want to go from here and what I want to do from here. I feel like I have a lot of upcoming ideas and things I'm currently filming and working on that I'm very, very excited about. And I think giving myself the kind of longer time frame of, instead of saying I have to read these 5 books in this week to do this themed reading vlog, if I give myself 3 weeks and just publish it later, that's fine. You know, I feel more excited about booktube than I have in a while. I'm excited to continue on and really kind of publishing the type of content that I enjoy making. So, the big $1 million question, would I participate in Booktube VEDA again? Honestly, I probably would. And I think if I do it again next year in April, I would probably try to use it similarly to like I did this year, but a little bit more obviously experimenting with different types of videos, or publishing content that maybe I'm not as comfortable doing, or I'm not as used to doing, or trying new types of video ideas or video series, or maybe that's when I would try a live show, or, you know, anything like that. We'll see. I definitely wouldn't say no. I definitely would be interested in doing it again next year, especially since I would have a year to plan versus this year I thought about it halfway through March and thought, yeah, let me do that. Even though I'm starting work now, definitely now is the time to participate in this. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and for those of you who have watched any or all of my Booktube VEDA videos in April, I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of my Booktube VEDA experiment, if there were any videos you really enjoyed, if there's any types of videos you would like to see more of, or if there's any particular type of video or vlog or book series or book that you are really interested in me reading soon. If you would like me to do types of videos like this in the future, of like, here's some things coming down the pipeline. I find this really helpful for me as a creator, but you might not enjoy this as a viewer, so let me know in the comments below. But as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.